Hello, folks. I'm the Red Red. This is Our Adventure Guild, episode 100. And last we left off, we had just had the champions fighting a champion. And now we have the Rose Garden here, who is a little story quest that we've had around for quite a while. Misasa's soul. Belphegor the Slothful is willing to negotiate with Misasa about her pact with him, but is there anything they could do to annul it? So no camping, no retreat. The Rose Garden is appropriately leveled with quality gear all around. If I go in and check what we can upgrade, I could maybe do an arcane bow, or arachne bow, I should say. Or championship armor, but I'm only looking for things that are purple. Winter's Embrace? I don't think I can do the Grandmaster robe. So Winter's Embrace, the Storm armor. I don't have the things for Winter's Embrace or the heavy storm armor or the light storm armor. Yeah, can't do much of anything to improve their equipment, I don't think. So, yeah. Hold on. Hide. Hidden targets will not trigger counters. So you still can't heal when you use this hide. So I think I will take the Ring of Protection instead. I was wondering if, you could use the hide and then just stay hidden and healing. But not how that works. And you are being charged extra for using your abilities. So, let's check in here. And I don't know what, if anything, we would want to get from you. I'll grab that. As always. I'll grab a couple of these potions of speed. And by a couple, I mean 3, which is not a couple, but it's fine. I'll make one of these skill potions. And we are relatively early in the week, I guess. I just want to make sure we don't run out, like, when I'm not expecting it. Let's grab these braveries. Sure, I'll grab these cures. We've got a lot of these permanent strength potions. If I come here, you can have one. And that'll be it. Intelligence potions. I'm not gonna hand that out. This dexterity potion I'll also sit on. We're gonna end up with a lot of those potions. They're unnecessarily unspent, but I can't help it. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. Let's try to get basically a little bit of everything. And then, sure, Death Ward. And I'll grab that Charm Potion. And we can do these Freedom of Movements. I'll even grab these Attack Potions. And then we're gonna go ahead and go. Okay, Misasa. I'm gonna find your soul. Episode 100. Take on a demon directly. Prove that we're heroes. As the adventurers arrived at the location indicated by the Divine Messenger, they found themselves in an empty castle. They scanned the area, searching for any sign of life, but there was nothing except for an ominous-looking shrine standing silently between two old statues. Misasa knew instinctively that this was a shrine of Belphegor, and if she wanted to communicate with him, with trembling steps, Misasa approached the shrine, her companions following close behind. As she drew near, the shrine began to emanate a sinister red glow, and a chilling mist arose from its surface. Suddenly, a ghastly visage materialized before them, its twisted grin sending shivers down their spines. How delightful to encounter one who bears my mark. The visage spoke in a friendly tone, but somehow still dripped with mockery. But it seems you're experiencing a bit of buyer's remorse. How unfortunate. I never wanted this, Misasa cried. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It's not fair. Misasa's voice quivered with desperation as she yelled those words. It isn't, but I don't care. The visage started to laugh viciously. It became clear that Belphegor had no empathy for humans. No, he enjoyed their suffering. Now, don't look at me like that. Belphegor continued after finishing laughing. It would be rude if I were to just come here without at least offering you a way out. A glimmer of hope appeared in Misasa's eyes as she leaned in, hanging on the demon lord's every word. Tell me what I have to do, she pleaded. I'll do anything. The visage's grin widened, its features contorting into a grotesque mockery of amusement. It's quite simple, really, it purred. A soul has been promised to me, but it doesn't have to be yours. It can be anyone's, someone you know, or perhaps a stranger on the street, an elderly person nearing the end of their days, or even an innocent child who has yet to experience the fullness of life. Misasa's blood ran cold as she recoiled from the Demon Lord Sinister's proposition. I can't, she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Why not? The visage taunted, its eyes gleaming with malice. You've already spilled blood. What's one more soul to damn? Or perhaps one of your companions here would be willing to trade places with you. Surely there's someone among them who values your life enough to sacrifice their own. Well, is there? Belphegor asked, facing the other adventurers. As Ruby stepped forward, Misasa's heart stopped. The realization that what was about to transpire sent a chill down her spine. She couldn't bear to see someone else sacrifice themselves for her sake, especially the closest friend she ever had. No, you can't do this. Anyone but you, Misasa shouted, her voice trembling with desperation. She couldn't allow another to bear the consequences of her own poor decisions. I won't do it, Belphegor. Misasa's voice quivered with fear, but beneath it lay a steely determination. She refused to let others pay the price for her mistakes. For a brief moment, the smile on the visage faded, replaced by a look of disgust. but it quickly morphed into a more sinister grin as Belphegor continued to manipulate the situation. Isn't it awful of you to trample on the goodwill of your comrade? Belphegor's voice dripped with false concern. Do you really want to see them suffer while your soul is in my hand? Misasa's resolve hardened as she spoke with unwavering determination. I will not let her take my place, she declared, her voice steady and resolute. But before she could protest further, Belphegor presented them with another twisted proposition, exploiting their bonds of camaraderie against them. Compelled by the display of comradeship between you and your party, I'm offering a chance for all of you to keep your souls, Belphegor announced, his smile widening at their collective attention. Endure a simple battle of survival, and you can all keep your souls. But if you fail, well, you know the consequences. The adventurers exchanged uneasy glances, their hearts heavy with the weight of their decision. Misasa immediately declines Belphegor's offer. She'll keep the mark, but will no longer flee from battle. Before any of the party could say anything stupid, Misasa declined Belphegor's offer. This is my problem to deal with, she stammered, her voice quivering with determination. Though fear still gripped her, Misasa refused to let her friends bear the burden of her mistakes. To her surprise, Belphegor's reaction was one of indifference. Well, fine by me, he remarked, his ghastly visage losing interest in the exchange. Then we will meet again when you die. The finality of his words struck Misasa like a dagger to the heart, and she trembled with the weight of her decision. Tears welled in her eyes, and a part of her regretted her decision, but another part of her knew that she had to take responsibility for her own actions. There would be no more running away. She lost the Mark of Belphegor she had, and gained the one that no longer makes her run away. Wow. Quite interesting. I wonder if we had sent her along with some of the other named characters, if she wouldn't have had a different reaction there. Or if they would not have stepped in and changed the way things played out. I think I'm going to take the risk of re-rolling that. Yeah, that's a better roll. Wandering performers. There's a sparring accident between Jasper and Whitlock. That everyone pulling up with 1,000 experience in the party, and the Guardians was a little exercise they put on. Kristen's feeling down, and Colton and Daryl have become rivals, which... Okay, they're in different parties. They're both the archers of their parties. So maybe that's what's spurring them to have some kind of rivalry here. We've got 3 days until this happens, whatever it is. You could definitely be one of the people going. Take Jasper with you. And then... infinite enemies... Mithril ore... I don't... Elite enemies, survive waves. Let's just collect 5 crates here with you guys, because you didn't really get a chance to go out there. Make your donation, Guidance of the Divine. Sure. I will take plenty of potions. You know what? We won't need those. Well, maybe we'll. I'll take the defensive ones. Grab some of these. Some potions to help us move more quickly. And I won't waste time redoing the supplies because we already checked them. Yeah, I'm curious. I think I'll look it up after I finish recording this episode. How exactly Misasa's story could have gone differently there. Assuming I can find it. We are just collecting... you don't need to disarm the trap. We are stumbling upon another giant deposit of obsidian ore. And it is again an obsidian golem. Stella, go ahead and wait. One with you, Misasa. Jane will be pasting everyone. And then 1 AP is not going to be enough for you to do anything. 2 AP will be enough. They're weak to ice, so let's ice the weapons. Celine, give us protection. And I guess give us guidance too. I have a bunch of these moving up now. Natalie. You can go ahead. These guys are again weak to ice. That's not ice, is it? Yeah, that's Nurse Slash. That's the Ice Slash. I should have probably turned that on before making the initial attack, but, well, I didn't. That's just cast on yourself to restore bravery. I'm gonna step up here. We turn on this. We can't stun you. But I guess I can start chopping away, right? Go ahead and block 2 while you're at it. Stella... Heartseeker is gonna do... This is actually enough to kill you. What's the Heartseeker? Huh. This is actually not likely to kill. Go ahead and give me the reaction shot, the Overwatch shot 2. Gotta put someone's move on slow. We can come here and we can put some ice on you. And then I'm gonna put a little electricity there too. And then we're going to Earth Dance. Don't want to get back as long as I'm here. Selenite, just wait. Jane. Come here. And... let's shove those 2 away. Oh, not what I meant to hit. Well, I guess because I spent that, I'm not going to spend anything else. Natalie... Go ahead and teleport to this one. And then we're getting the big slash on you. Which is going to be followed up with a retaliation. And then you can put another one in. Stella. No follow-up. No, come around up here, Stella. Go ahead and rally everyone, Ruby. I could honestly use it. And then take a swipe at the big guy. Actually, it was probably a bad idea for you to uncover. That was actually a really bad idea, wasn't it? You're about to get wrecked, Stella. Actually, it could be a lot worse. Mizasa. Do that, and then we can Gale Force that. And then I can spend for 2 AP and get like another Gale Force here. Completely surrounded here. To heal, you're going to want to be like there. And then you have you can give yourself some more physical resistance because you are, you know, squishy. Stella, your armor is gonna do like nothing to those guys. Go ahead, stealth over to here, and then piercing shot through. Oh, that was a bad idea. Piercing shot was I want to go ahead and maybe try to work you down. Mizasa here. I'm gonna first cast ice like this. Then lightning here. And then we spend enough bravery so we can Tempest through these two. Then Jane here is going to be oh, that was the one tick version of that. Well, that's your turn. Ruby here needs to heal herself. That's okay. You're getting stunned again. Please don't die. Oh, death resisted. Cleanse mind. Get healed. Adrenaline. Cleanse mind. And then the bravery and heal that direction too. Jane here. Finish off one of these. Spend just a little bit of bravery. And can destroy another. That really whittles down their numbers. Stella here. Go ahead and multi-strike. We're just going to chain attack anything we can. Yeah, we're not gonna kill them all with Masasa, so go ahead. Do your Overwatch so you can stop at least one of them. Masasa here. Really? Didn't even manage to... Oh, and to spend, you gotta spend 2. The Gale can kill here. Which... I did not realize... Ugh. Natalie can slash this one. Natalie, even though she doesn't think she can handle much more, probably take more than she realizes. Stella here, go ahead and kill if you can. If not, just run in this direction. Masasa. Ironically, you didn't even need to make the attempt to finish it off. It hitting you was enough. Celine... is going to have to rush to get into position to get the heal off that is desired. Jane here can ice the big guy a little bit. Yeah, keep throwing out your attacks. Ruby, heal yourself as a priority. We're slowly working him down. Right, you can actually just go here. That's... just a little bit of chain reaction sparking. Celine, heal like that. And then, sure, spend your bravery to also protect. Jane, go ahead and meditate. Natalie. Yeah. I guess that'll be your whole thing. Ruby's stunned for her turn. You want a retreating shot for which you will need yeah, you can that was actually really dangerous. I didn't realize how dangerous that was. Yeah, let's mana potion. And then we can do the Gale Rush thing. And what am I gonna do? Ice like that. Rush in like this to get you healed. Oh. Stunned. Which is annoying. The rally's actually really good here. And when we move, we can move a little closer to the party, getting us all towards one side so that Celine can heal us a little more efficiently. Stella... Go ahead and shoot it. And then you can spend for the extra AP and reaction fire, stop one of its actions. Actually, this is only a one-action boss. And Misasa here is... Can't jump through it. Honestly, I think you're just hitting it. Celine, go ahead. Use a mana potion right now. And... use one on the, the Arcane Caster on Jane, who, yeah, we'll continue working things in on. Ruby here, smites. Go ahead and heal yourself a level 2 while you're at it. Fine, I'll share my spoils with you. Okay. Not exactly what we're talking about right now, Celine. Go ahead and pop closer. Misasa, I want you to throw a health potion, or more precisely, 2, over in that direction. Shane... Get a barrier there. You can come here and heal. We're both stunned, but it's fine. I'll just... Sure, let's mark you. See, it's something. Go ahead. Use a mana potion. And then Blade Rush over that side. I guess we gotta keep working it down, like... Actually, if you step here, this is pretty efficient use of your time. Actually, Stella may have already had a shield, and I just didn't pay attention to it. Celine, you can heal. Step here. Ruby. Go ahead and health potion. And then, yeah, I want you to smite. I want you to take however much bravery it does for you to get an extra attack in there. Right now. Natalie. Go ahead and hit it as hard as you can from the other side. This thing is just taking quite a while to wear down. Honestly, this is taking as much as some of the big bosses. Just because we don't have a ton of heavy damage here. Go ahead, reaction fire. Mizasa, I want you to switch to doing more damage. You can continue to ice him. Celine, get everyone some more protection. Yeah, you stopped him. That's great. This should be it. Here somewhere soon. Yeah, there we go. And I think literally everyone participated in that last wave. Wow. We're just doing our best to unlock these so that we can get this one crate. We now have one of the 6 crates we need. Doesn't look like there's any crates over there. Did I not bring shovels or whatnot, the usual gear here? Like, what's up with Mizasa? You said it. Nice. What is this? Glorious Banner. Passive, aura, all allies including self regenerate spell points. Okay. That'll be a thing. In fact, I think, honestly, I'm going to pull off that. Your spell specialties... Oh, I forgot. You have multiple things like this. You're kind of very unoptimized. I should feed you some skill potions so that you have spells to throw down. In fact, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go fire, ice, lightning, earth, and rather than... I mean, the physical resistance actually not bad for you. More so than that. So who's waving the banner? It's gonna be you? Arcane Ravager. You have magical attack. Yeah, Stella, it might be you instead of that ring. Yeah, so I'm really wondering if that's... Like, I don't think that can be the only possible outcome for Misasa's whole thing with her soul. There has to be something else that maybe I've missed. We got that crate, and we can sneak on out, because it is nighttime for multiple days. Yeah, we can camp. We can camp whenever we have the opportunity. You definitely need to take a break, you all. Go ahead, Jane. Prepare spells. And meditate. Ruby, you get along with Stella? Yeah. Stella, go ahead and forage. Natalie, why don't you sharpen your sword? So what do you think of the new recruit? I don't know, seems like a greenhorn to me. I'm gonna start somewhere. It's never a greenhorn. Natalie's very sure of herself. Never had to be trained. Started right at the top. We've, I'm gonna take all of this stuff, but we can drop that ring for that, and I'm happy enough. Really, I'm just getting stuck in there. Fire elementals. Maybe I should have camped. Stella, wait. Misasa, you too. Jane, you can now haste. And fire elementals being weak to earth. Earth the weapons. Celine, give us protection from fire. And protection from physical. Obsidian Golem's gonna step up. Natalie, teleport. Why don't you teleport to here? You yourself are weak to lightning. You're not an avatar of anything, right? So we're gonna turn on a lot of things here. So, let's also do that. And then we still actually have the ability to second wind. Get that health back. Oh, those fire elementals do a lot of damage. Those fire elementals do a lot of damage. That's scary. Let's get one heal up there. And then we can stun you. And let's get a block in. Stella. Let's jump forward. And then, if possible... I don't like that so much. Well, really, it's your life doing it on the line, Natalie, so it's real good that you're doing this. Zasa can... I mean, step up here. And you guys are Earth, so if I, like, say shove you that way... that should be fine. And you know what? If I shock like that... Wow, you're just missing those. Go ahead and water stance right now. Wazasa. Celine. You get a heal off. Jane here. Honestly, that same shock profile there. Yeah, we got a kill into that. We shock the one back there. Wait, hold on. I thought you weren't specialized at all. No, Earth and Lightning. It's Natalie here who's unspecialized. Both of you are so close to dead that it feels like a mistake to leave you alive. But I do have the ability to wall up on this one. And killing that guy helps get us to this one. Stella here kills you. And then Ruby's gonna do another one of these. And that'll be our whole turn. And then the Zasa can't quite Gale Force Wind to it, but can just slash it to death. Not enough loot space, so we're gonna take all of that. And what are we gonna drop? I guess these potions. Annoying, we got caught out there, but it happens. I don't... Ah, there's our final thing. If there is anything easy to reach up there, I was gonna go and get it, but there wasn't. Got plenty of cash. We've peeled that infinite mana crystal off of, honestly, someone who doesn't need it. Natalie's mana was always full there because she has the thing that gives her back mana. Got some level ups. Just the party. And just 17s, but... oh, well, I have to reroll that one. Yeah, see, that was better. Although it technically could have been worse. So maybe I should have thought about it more, but... it looked like a low roll. This looks like a very high roll. That's literally... would have to roll... so good to get any better than that. It could be worse. And is unlikely to be better. Colton and Jasper, rivals. Clothilde and Jane, friends. I'm sorry, hold on. Colton and Jasper? Jasper. Colton, why are you making enemies right now? That's like your second one. Is it because you're cursed? Is it because you're greedy? Hot-blooded? Any of those could actually be your problem. Whoever was out on that team building exercise has come back. I think it was you lot, wasn't it? We have no more assignments to assign anyone to. But we've got teams ready to go. And we will send one of them out next time. Apparently we're back to our fuller episodes. We did have to send out the Rose Garden twice to have them take on an actual mission. I am seriously wondering if there wasn't something that we should have done for Misasa to get her to accept the fight with Belphegor, and then maybe we could have won that fight and she would have gotten rid of her mark, but I don't know. I will look it up later. In any case, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time on Our Adventure Guild.